Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. And welcome back to what is another video, the Classic Watch 2024 Possible. Before we start, a quick, just to let you know that all the horses can be found when we get round to it on www.classicwatch24.great/site.net. Only the Australian horses going, but into next year, hopefully, if we're all still on the planet, there will be some European American horses on there aimed at the classics in Europe. That will be the place to find them, classicwatch24.great/site.net. Can I just take this opportunity to welcome you to the video and say thank you very much for supporting the channel. It is very much appreciated. Sat here on what is like a summer's day in early October 2023, the week after the 5 US 2-year-old Group 1s. So hopefully there will be plenty more coming forward, and we'll take a look at them in due course, hopefully. But for now, we're going to just focus on one horse in the UK, and that horse is the Owen Burrows trained Alyanaabi, sired by a first season sire, Too Darn Hot, out of a dam called Alyanaabi, and bred and owned by Shadwell Estate Company. People will see the form of Alyanaabi is quite good. It won in the middle of June, getting off the mark at the first time of asking, which we always like, went into a mark of 83. It then ran in July in what was quite a red-hot listed race. Those that are regular with my videos will have heard me talk about the Pedigree Stakes most of the season. Got some good horses in there. El Rosalian. It's also a Classic Watch 2024 Possible and subsequent Group 1 winner. Managed to take out the race. And then after that, Alyanaabi stepped up to Group 3 company just the other week in late September when he won the Somerville Tattersalls Stakes, which is, I think, registered as the Autumn Stakes, where he ran to a mark on his third start of 107. People will see there the improvement of this horse is clear for all to see. Even if you look at Racing Post ratings, 93, 83, so it's improved 14 from its first start to its second start, and it's improved another 10 from its second start to its third start. So this horse is still progressing quite nicely. Group 3 winner. And the reason we're doing this horse now is it's actually entered this coming Saturday in the Dewhurst, which is the premier Group 1 race in England, over 7 furlongs. So we need to get this horse on side before that race, in case it goes and does something spectacular. People will see when they look at Alyanaabi, it is family number 2F, which is a very prestigious family indeed, especially this little branch of it. It'll get very interesting as soon as we get to the second dam, really. The first dam of the horse, Alyanaabi, sired by Kitten's Joy, was actually unraced. And she hasn't had many crops either that have hit the track so far, just Alyanaabi and one called Solanos, which I don't know where that one is trained by Intello. The second dam, very good horse and a very good breeder of horses, Sarrier. And it is here where things get quite interesting, really. People see Sarrier has won 3 out of 8 starts and only $28,554. She did win the listed Oh So Sharp Stakes, a listed race at 2. People see there the horses are already starting to come through. We'll need to take a look at some of these. Mawathek is a former stallion He was out of the first. He was in the first three in 6 of his 9 starts, and winning £147,000. Mawathet won the Group 3 Cumberland Lodge Stakes, and he was also second in the Group 1 Champion Stakes, entered third at 2011, and then had a little swan round France in 2016 and 2018. A very reliable horse in its own right. Then we had the classic winner, Ganati, winner of 3 of her 6 starts, running to a best racing post rating of 120. Incredible performance, really, this horse was, to take out a Guineas in only its 3rd start in 2009. It improved to win the Coronation Stakes of the same year. Dual Group 1 winner of a best racing post rating of 120. She is also Sarrier, the dam of Ganati, and she is also the dam Ganati of Mutasabek. Mutasabek, the horse that won the Joel Stakes the day after Alyanaabi won a Group 3. What's the horse called? Mutasabek was taking out a Group 2 for older horses, running to what is a joint career best, according to the Racing Post, of 119. It was the second time Mutasabek had won the July Stakes. The Joel Stakes. He has also won the Bet365 mile. That is the Sandown mile that was run at Newmarket because of the weather. I think that the Sandown meeting was called off at some point. It is also only a dual Group 2 winner. All the form the horse has. They are the only pattern races the horse has won. 3 Group 2 races. He's finished 5th in a Group 1. He's finished 5th in the Lockinge. And that is about the best Group 1 form on offer. Very good horse, Mutasabek. And if he was to win a Group 1, I don't think anybody could begrudge the horse at all. A Group 1 success. Ramouche is an interesting filly by Rahi, who is also out of Sarrier. Ramouche was only rated 112 on the flat, but she did win a listed race in 2010. She won the Fielding Stakes and was 3rd in a classic, the 2010 UK Oaks. A Group 1, a Group 2 and a Group 3 placed listed winner. Running to a best mark of 112. She has also bred some nice horses, meaning Sarrier is the second dam of these. Ramouche is the dam. Muntazar, Gelding, winner of 4 of 21 starts. Found his level in Maidan, really. He was 3rd in the Wirral Lodge at 2. And then at Maidan at 5 and 6, he took out some good races. The Group 3 Firebreak, the Group 3 Bergenahar. And he was also dual Group 2 placed in round 1 of the Mactoon Challenge and the Godolphin Mile. If anything, people will see that as well as showing classic winners like Ganati that we've seen already, these horses do improve with age. We had Mutasabek going around at 5 years old. This horse winning at 5 and 6, showing the best form of his career. That one there looks to be a spare that we didn't use. When lining up all the horses, Zorak is another one that we found. Zorak Sarrier is the second dam of Zorak, who is now who was a stallion at some point in Chile. He won a Group 3 2,000 Guineas trial in Ireland and then was second at 2 listed races. A horse that had his troubles, really. It's fair to say that he didn't really get on the track as much as they would have liked. But due to being an incredibly well-bred horse, he finished in the first 2 in 4 of his 5 starts. He found a place at stud in Chile. Shafaf is another one. Sarrier is also the second dam of Shafaf, currently aged 5 years old. Another horse that's only finished out of the first 3 once in his 10 starts. But they campaign him quite conservative, really. He's only won 1 listed race at Bordeaux. I think this horse, I don't know whether they are very reluctant to try him at anything higher than a listed race, even though his pedigree suggests that is exactly what he is crying out for. But that is another one that is still going round. Macaseed was an interesting dam. You'll see that Sarrier is also the second dam of this. Winner of two of her 10 starts in the first 3 6 times. £135,000 horse. It was actually ran well in classics. It won the Group 2 Queen Mary Stakes at 2. It was third in the 1,000 Guineas of 2011 and also placed at Group 1 level in the Cheveley Park at 2. Dual Group 1 place, Group 2 winner. And doing quite well. Macaseed, another nice horse. I don't know if she's bred anything. I think I get the feeling that we've missed a little bit where Macaseed is concerned. No, not yet. Should really believe what I set up 20 minutes ago and not doubt myself. The third dam is one of the best mares in UK racing history. In my view, Height of Fashion. So many good horses coming from Height of Fashion. Her herself won 5 of her 7 races and $151,000. She won twice. She won 2 Group 3 races, the Mayhill Stakes and the Hoover Fillies Mile. And at 3, she won the Princess of Wales Stakes, Group 2, and she also won the Lupe Stakes. She is the 1981 champion, 2-year-old filly in England. And it's just what the breeding of what she's bred, you know. Absolutely fantastic breeding this horse has produced. Also like Nashwan, winner of the 1989 Derby, only failed to win one of his 7 starts. Won the Autumn Stakes, which is the race that Alyanaabi has won. I'm fairly certain that is the same race. At 3, Nashwan won the 2,000 Guineas, the Derby, the Eclipse, the King George, and is also third in the Prix Niel. I'm smiling here because the same people that campaigned Alyanaabi are campaigning Nashwan at the time in reverse. So if they think Alyanaabi is good enough to contest the Autumn Stakes like Nashwan was and end up winning it, then what have we got here? What have we got here? Another one, as we see there, was Unforwayne. Unforwayne again, only out of the first 3 in 2 of his 10 starts, £206,000. Unforwayne, no Group 1 form, unfortunately. He won the Princess of Wales Stakes, Group 2, the same race as the other horse that we've seen, just won. Also won the Chester Vase, and he also won the Jockey Club Stakes and the John Porter, dual Group 2 and dual Group 3 winner. Sadly died of a neurological condition in 2002 while at stud. And the third one really is Nayef. Nayef also out of Height of Fashion. Nayef won 9 of his 20 starts, £2,300,000. It was a global campaign, another one that won the Autumn Stakes. Well, would you have to believe it? This is why I love looking at these horses in this fashion, because it really does give you an indicator of what the connections think their current horses at. So we've had Nayef and Nashwan have both won the Autumn Stakes as well as Alyanaabi. Lovely to see. And at 3, look at that campaign, the Cumberland Lodge figuring in as well into this pedigree as well. Winner at 3 of the Champion Stakes, Rose of Lancaster Stakes, the Select Stakes, the Cumberland Lodge. He was third in the Craven and the Gordon. At 4, he won the Group 1 Shima Classic and the Juddmonte International. And at 5, he won the Princess of Wales Stakes, was second in the Eclipse and third in the Dubai. I mean, he's a world-class horse, without any shadow of a doubt, Nayef, for 3 seasons. Top-class pedigree, like you say. I mean, people might be wondering how this traces back to the current day. Well, I will show you now. La Hudud is the dam people need to see. La Hudud only finished out of the first 3 in 2 of her 12 starts while winning over $1.6 million in France and the USA. You'll see that Height of Fashion is the second dam of the third dam, of La Hudud. And that also, see what races that she won. At 3, she won the listed Prix-Liancourt. And at 4, she went to America and won 2 Group 1s, the Flower Bowl Invitational Handicap and the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mares Turf. Trained in America by Kieran McLaughlin and France by Jonathan Hammond, the Eclipse Champion Turf Female of 2007. People need to look then at Aga Reed, a horse that finished out of the first 3 in 2 of her 5 starts, winning twice, under £50,000 though. You'll see that she's out of La Dude. Aga Reed won the Prix-Liancourt, the same race as La Houdude won. And you'll see that she is bred, Aga Reed is no more than the dam of Baaeed. So you can see that these horses are still going round. 10 out of 11, Baaeed. Very close relative of horses like Nashwan, Umferwain, and all them. Never any value in the horse. A typical Newmarket talking horse. Won on its debut. And then went odds on 9 of his 11 starts. Absolutely incredible, really. How did the bookies know, eh? Bookies very closely linked to Newmarket horse racing. You know, very close. It's very rare that they miss anything at Newmarket. They've had the trainers all on side at Newmarket for a very long time, the bookmakers. Baaeed, you'll see there, won a litany of races at 4. Didn't really make much of an impact at 3, winning the Sir Henry Cecil. And it won the Bonhams Thoroughbred, the Prix de Moulin, it did at the end of the season, and then the Queen Elizabeth II. But he wasn't a classic horse by any stretch of the imagination, Baaeed. And then at 4, he was unbeatable until his last run when they upped him up in trip. He was looking a bit tired. Winner of the Lockinge, the Queen Anne, the Sussex, and the Juddmonte International. Probably the premier UK races at ridiculous prices. Again, like you say, there's certainly no value at all to be had in yours until he was spectacularly turned over at 1-4 favourite by a Newmarket trained horse at Ascot. There you have it. Another one is Hookham. Aga Reed is also the dam of Hookham. You'll see there's been a bit more value in this one up to recently, where after Baaeed, people shortened Hookham right up. You'll see that Hookham was a bit of a slow developer. He managed to win a handicap at 12-1 in 2020 at Royal Ascot. Then he won a Group 3 race just after that. He won the Geoffrey Freer Stakes before finishing 5th in the St Leger of 2020. At 4, he continued to put some decent runs together, winning a listed race in the Tapster Stakes at Goodwood. He then won another Group 3, the Silver Cup at York. Another Group 3, the Geoffrey Freer for the second time. Then he ended the year with a Group 3 win as well in the Cumberland Lodge again. A race that Shadwell seemed to take great satisfaction in having runners in. They only had 2 out of the runners this week and still managed to not win it. An indicator of just how badly the modern day Shadwell seemed to be doing, really, in relation to the older one. And them horses were quite well bred that were going round in that. Isra is out of a King George winner, Tagruda for 1. Can't remember what the other one was now. It then broke more ground. It won the first Group 2 in 2022 when it won the Dubai City of Gold, beating without a fight when the horse had gone odds on now in its last 3 starts. And then there was more value to be had, though, this year. They've placed it very well and got the value, to be fair. 3 runs there. In 2022, it won the Coronation Cup. It won the 2023 Brigadier Gerard Stakes at Sandown. And then his career best performance was when he won the King George, according to the Racing Post, in 2023. Before finishing 9th in the Arc recently. Good campaign, a good career Hookham has had. Plenty of value to be had. What other horses are there in the pedigree? We'll take a look at some more now. Macdara. Height of Fashion is the second dam of this one. Macdera, another one that only finished in the first three, outside the first three, sorry, in 2 of her 12 starts. $260,000 this mare, winner of the October Stakes in 2006. And it won the Group 2 New York Stakes of 2007. Third in the Group 1, Diana was the Group 1 form. Group 1 placed, Group 2 unlisted winner. You see there, Height of Fashion is the second dam of that one. Oriental Fashion is an interesting mare. This horse was never out of the first three. Winner of 3 starts of her 7. And again, just over £60,000 in Great Britain, France and Italy. People see that this one is also out of Wijdan, making Height of Fashion the second dam of it. Group 2 Italian winner, the Premier Rebo, and also a listed winner in France, the Prix de la Crochère. A very solid campaigner, really, Oriental Fashion. And she side a stallion, a horse called Green Coast. Winner of 3 of his 9 starts, £90,000 in the UK. You'll see Green Coast was the winner of the 2010 Group 2 Godolphin Mile. And he also won 2 Group 3 Bergener Haas in 2010. And back in the day when the Al Maktoum Challenge was only a round 1. Round 1 was only a Group 3. That's Group 1 these days, I think, or at least a Group 2. He also managed to win that race and went as a sire in India before sadly dying in 2017. Mustanfar won 5 of his 27 starts, 13 of 27 in the first 3, $625,000. Height of Fashion is the second dam of this horse. You'll see Mustanfar, very good form. At 3, he won the Group 3 Lexington Stakes. He also won the Sycamore Breeders' Cup Stakes, a Group 3. He was also placed in the Group 2 National Museum of Racing Hall of Fame Stakes before being placed in a Group 1 at 4 and at 6 winning his first Group 2, the Washington Park Handicap. And also won a Group 3 Dominion Day Stakes and was placed in the Gulfstream Park Breeders' Cup Handicap, another Group 1. So dual Group 1 place, Group 2 and multiple Group 3 winner. Entered stud at 2018 at 8 in Shadwell's American branch and went to Indiana 2014. Retired at Old Friends Farm in 2022 before being sadly euthanised at Root and Riddle. Very sad. Mustanfar, a good loyal servant to the horse, to Shadwell, without any shadow of a doubt. The fourth dam, the dam of Height of Fashion, is none other than Highclere. Highclere, a classic winner. Winner of 3 of her 8 starts. In the first 2, 6 out of 8. £187,000. Highclere won a dual classic winner. 1974 1,000 Guineas winner. And she was also the 1974 French Oaks winner. Plenty of form. Second in the King George Look to Dahlia. The second heavyweight filly at 3 on the French Free Handicap. There you'll see the dam of the champion 2-year-old in England that we've talked about, all those horses that are related. From Height of Fashion. When people go to the Legacy site and look at Family 2F, they will see that this is a very good, well-bred horse. We knew that anyway. But Highclere, you'll see the 4th dam. If people go back to Hypericum, Hypericum is the 6th dam of Alyanaabi, foaled in 1943. They'll see that she is also a classic winner of 1946 from the family of classic winner Cocoa Beach, UAE 1,000 Guineas and Oaks of 2007. Some very interesting horses, even if people skip out a few lines. Also like Ben Marshall. There's a race named after him at Newmarket. It's not a man, it's a horse. Classic winner of the Italian St. Leger in the 60s. And then if people are Highclere, you'll see the horse there, Deep Impact. Legendary Japanese sire, Deep Impact. Only out of the first 2 in one of his 14 starts, winner of 454 million yen. Arguably the best stallion in the history of horse racing, in my view. Absolute magnificent stallion to go with being a magnificent racehorse as well. Sadly passed away in 2019, a devastating loss to the bloodstock industry. I mean, people only need to look at some of the horses he had over here run for him recently. They were classic winners. Can't remember them all now. It's like Fancy Blue is one, isn't it? August Rodin is one. Of course he is. Magnificent global stallion. Deep Impact. Sadly no longer with us. But we found other horses as well that were Highclere related that were nice. Elegant Fashion is one. Highclere is the second dam of that. Elegant Fashion won 8 of her 37 starts and over $6 million in Australia. 23 of her 37 starts in the first 3, which isn't easy out there. Elegant Fashion, you'll see the races. She won the Hong Kong Derby. She won the Moonee Valley Oaks. And then she also won the Armanasco Stakes in Australia. She won the Asia's World International Cup in Hong Kong. Campaigned in Hong Kong and Australia. The second in the AJCC Australian Oaks. Winner of the 2003 Hong Kong Derby. Highclere is the second dam of this horse. And the last one we found was Blueprint. Blueprint, an underrated horse. I didn't know he was this well bred. I do remember the horse going round. Winner of 7 of his 20 starts. But again, only out of the first 3, 7 of 20 starts, £1,800,000. The Highclere is the second dam of this horse. Remember it going round. It won the Group 1 Jockey Club Stakes. It also won the Fred Archer. And it won 2 Group 2s in America, the San Luis Rey Stakes and the Sunset Handicap. Very good horse. Never knew it was this well bred at the time, unfortunately. And by generous, very good horse, Blueprint. So there's some very nice horses that tie us in to Highclere as well on Family 2F. I mean, we're sort of down here. We've missed any. Some very nice horses indeed. And it's a pedigree, the High Fashion, that's done me well for nearly 30 years, it's fair to say. And Nashwan won the 1989 Derby. And Wayne was going round a year before. You got Gennati going round in 2009. So he is to this day. I'm still taking interest in like Mutasabek and all them. Very nice line, of course. Before we wrap this video up, we'll need to take a sit down in a dark room after looking at the pedigree of this horse. Before we take a break, it's time to watch Alyanaabi win on the 28th of September, the Autumn Stakes. And I think this was a good performance. But we'll review the race under fair use after the race, I think.
Here on the rolling mark for the 2-year-olds. Last one forward for the Tattersall Stakes. 7 furlongs is the trip. And they're off. A little bit slow into stride was Son of Man. Out well, Victory Shout on the left-hand side with Zabriskie Point. Military's jumped well on the near side running rail, and also Inish Fallon and Legend of Time press forward as well. So Zabriskie Point is keen, attended by Inish Fallon. Military holding the running rail in the claret and blue. The all-blue jacket of Legend of Time, and then towards the outside green and white of Victory Shout. Red with the white epaulets of Eben Shaddad, who is in midfield with World of Darcy in blue and white, and the slow-starting Son of Man. Blue and white for Shadwell of Alyanaabi. On the running rail, we have crossed the tracks, and right at the back on the running rail, Change for Good. So raking their way down towards the halfway stage, and out in the lead, Inish Fallon. Military still holding the running rail with Zabriskie Point, Victory Shout, Eben Shaddad making up the chasing wave. Boiling Point going quite nicely in the yellow and black colours. Just looking for a bit of room is Legend of Time, who now just comes under pressure. World of Darcy towards the outside. Eben Shaddad tries to begin a challenge as well. Inish Fallon has the lead. Military still has this gap up the near side running rail and is now beginning to try and push through it. Zabriskie Point, Eben Shaddad, then behind these Legend of Time. Alyanaabi travels okay, just had to change course, and Boiling Point's now got the split as well. Military noses to the front, Boiling Point up the centre. Alyanaabi still running on strongly. It is Boiling Point who's got to the lead. Alyanaabi is out and absolutely flying. Boiling Point got first run. Alyanaabi dived, and it is close. Alyanaabi and Boiling Point, very, very close between those two. Ebn Shaddad Military and Legend of Time fighting out the minor honour.
Nailed him on the line. How cruel for the second. But how beautiful for followers of Alyanaabi such as myself on the day. I was so pleased this horse won that race. You know, it is what it is. You know, I do have my favourites out of all these. It's normally the ones that I've been winning with the longest. The Higher Fashions, the Alouettes. You know, they will always have a very soft spot in my heart. Just mainly for the amount of years that I've been collecting on them. Ream 3 as well is another one that really, in the UK and Ireland. But that was, I think, a superb performance by Alyanaabi on the day. You saw there that the jockey tried his hardest to keep him boxed in, didn't he? Really did. But once the horse got out, and there was no denying the horse on the day. I think the horse won despite the jockey, not for the first time with Shadwell while the time I've been watching. He's not a jockey I like. I will make that perfectly clear. He's probably cost these horses more than any other jockey I've ever seen. I've backed so many well-bred Shadwell horses ridden by this man, Jim Crowley. He is the only negative, really, the jockey. But we'll have to see how well the horse can do. Me, personally, I do love the pedigree of the horse. Let's see, can Jim Crowley avoid getting the horse beat? We'll forgive him the one at Ascot, because that was a good race, and the horse did show signs of inexperience. I think if people, I'm not sure if that race has been shown in any videos yet. Might have been the race we showed Rosalian in, I'm not sure. He did go a bit to the side, Alyanaabi, when Crowley asked him. But he's so weak in the saddle. Such a liability on a well-bred horse, I'm sorry to say. But it is what it is. He's in the job. Shadwell, loyal people, loyal to the point of ruining their own bloodstock by putting up, in my view, substandard jockeys. Not the first time it's happened. You know, I've sat through Paul Hannigan before Jim Crowley, and I'm still here. And actually, probably Hannigan has got more beaten than Crowley, thinking about it. But for now, Alyanaabi seems the main 2-year-old of the year. We did look at another one, but that got beat at Musselburgh. No, not Musselburgh, Ayr. Got beat in a Group 3 at Ayr over 6 furlongs. So that one is on the maybe list. So for now, this one is the only Height of Fashion that we've got on video so far, Alyanaabi. Group 3 winner, entered in the Dewhurst this coming week. But it's all about classics for us. Classic Watch 2024. Will this horse develop into a classic contender? Time will tell. But for now, thank you very much for watching the video, everybody. Have a fantastic day and look after yourselves. Take care.